So joining us live now in the studio is Phil Soper, President and CEO of Royal LePage. Phil, it's great to see you in person.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
After so long of doing the Zoom and the virtual. Phil, so let's talk about why there's such a kind of significant increase in home prices and what's driving that.
Well, one of the things that's going to contribute to the uplift is that we're quite far down. So it's all about the base, right? Yeah. So we have had a soft year in sales in terms of the number of homes trading hands, down about 30% from norm. Prices hung in there, low single digit, call it 1% a quarter or whatever. But you know, compared to where the GTA's been over the last couple of decades, it's been a very quiet time for real estate. You have to pick a bottom. Based on our trends, it looks like things have flattened in the fourth quarter, and we do see a lift. Employment's high, so people are working. Savings are high among individual people, and quarter or month after month, homes are actually getting more affordable. So we're seeing prices dip a little bit, and the actual retail mortgage rates that people are paying have come down a little bit in that 3 and 5 year fixed mortgage. So, you know, over the last 3 months, homes have got a little bit more affordable. We think that trend will continue through the first quarter.
And Phil, it almost seems like people have kind of come to the realization that the sort of free or really ultra cheap money that we were enjoying 3, 4, 5 years ago, that's kind of gone away. We're kind of settling in. The central bank giving very strong indicators of the Bank of Canada key interest rate coming down. When is Royal LePage expecting to see that, and when could we see these prices move the way you're predicting?
Sure. So the first quarter we see virtually flat, up 0.5%. A little more in the second quarter, and then the second half of the year, we do see a pickup. I think a very small rate cut by the central bank, by the Bank of Canada, will unleash a lot of that pent-up demand we've had over the last couple of years, which, by the way, is the longest slowdown in Canadian and Ontario real estate in 25 years. Wow. So we haven't even the Great Recession was only 9 months, and we're going to be 2 years here. So there is a lot of pent-up demand. Yeah.
And, you know, despite what's happening in the real estate market, we do have this issue of, you know, housing supply. It's kind of been this back burner issue for so long. But when we look at the different types of properties and where that price is going, is it kind of even keel across the board, whether it's single family, a detached home versus condominium?
It really depends on the city. For example, in Calgary, we see a bigger pop in condominiums. In Toronto, the flip. It's single-family homes that are in really tight supply. So we see condominiums rising around that 5% by the end of next year, whereas single families at 7%, above the national average in the GTA.
When you talk about the pent-up demand, Phil, how concerned are you that things could really rocket up if we see like 50 basis points, 75 basis points by the end of next year, drop in that rate? Could that just sort of send the markets back into that fire mode that we were in just a little while ago? If
we look out to the end of the decade, that's definitely where the risk is. It's not a downside risk we're worried about. It's too much inflation in home prices, but I don't see it in 2024. There's still the dragging issue of personal household debt. Yes, people will divert spending into housing. We've seen that. It's one of those needs that people get crazy about, and they're going to divert their money into that before other things. But come 2025, I think unless we make real material changes in the supply of homes we have available, we are at risk at double-digit home price increases again.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, things just getting more and more expensive, and it sounds like a flurry of activity in 2024.
But not a bad 6 months.
Okay.
Right, okay, we'll take that then, Phil Soper, always good to talk to you, CEO of Royal LePage. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time. Have a great Christmas.
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you. Happy holidays.